Overcoming fear with faith. In a small village surrounded by mountains, there lived a young man named Otto. He was known for his intelligence and kindness. But deep inside, he lived with a constant fear of the future. This fear grew even more after losing his father at a young age. His father, a strong and caring man, had always been a source of comfort and guidance for Otto. After his passing, Otto struggled to find that same sense of security and confidence in himself. Every night before sleep, he grappled with thoughts like these. What if I fail? What if I disappoint those who love me? What if I never become anything in life? These worries would keep him awake, tossing and turning in his bed, unable to find peace. Otto tried his best to push these thoughts away, tried to distract himself with hobbies and studies. But no matter what he did, the fear always came back, stronger and more persistent than before. It was during one of these particularly difficult nights that Otto decided he needed help. He got out of bed, put on his robe, and went to see his grandfather. His grandfather was a wise and pious man, someone who always seemed to have the answers Otto was looking for. The grandfather, with his twinkling eyes and calm demeanor, had a strong faith in God which had helped him overcome many challenges in his life. Otto hoped that his grandfather could help him find a way to deal with his crippling fear. As soon as he saw his grandson, the old man noticed the worry etched on Adele's face. He motioned for Otto to sit beside him, and after a comfortable silence, he gently asked, "My son, what troubles your heart so much that you come to me at this late hour?" Otto hesitated for a moment, unsure how to express the turmoil within him. Finally, he whispered, "Grandfather, I am afraid. I am afraid of the future, of making mistakes, of failing those who believe in me." The old man listened patiently, his gaze never leaving Adele's face. When Adele finished, he placed a comforting hand on his shoulder and said, "My son, fear doesn't go away by running from it. It goes away with trust in Allah. Don't you read in the Quran? And whoever puts his trust in Allah, he will be enough for him." Surah At-Talik 65-3. These words were like a beacon of light in the darkness that had enveloped Adele's heart. For the first time, he heard a message of hope that resonated with his soul. He had heard the verse many times before, but somehow it had never truly reached him. The old man continued, "Allah, the Almighty, wants you to live your life to the fullest, to chase your dreams, and to overcome your fears. He doesn't want your fears to control you." The conversation that followed was like a soothing balm to Adele's troubled mind. The old man shared stories from his own life, tales of hardship and struggle, yes, but also of unwavering faith and trust in God's plan. He spoke about how fear had once gripped him too, and how he had overcome it by holding on to his faith. By the end of the night, Otto felt a weight lifted from his chest. He realized that fear was a part of life, but it didn't have to control him. He could choose to overcome it through faith. As the first rays of sunlight peeked through the window, Otto left his grandfather's house, his heart lighter than it had been in weeks. From that day on, something changed within Otto. He started taking small steps to confront his fear. He began with little things, like speaking up in class or asking for help when he needed it. Each time he did something that his fear had previously stopped him from doing, he felt a sense of pride and accomplishment. He remembered the words of his grandfather and the verses from the Quran, and he repeated them like a mantra whenever fear threatened to consume him. "O Allah, I seek refuge in you from anxiety and sorrow, from weakness and laziness." Soon, Otto found himself tackling bigger challenges. He started a small business, something he had always wanted to do, but his fear of failure had held him back. Now, with each step, he felt a newfound courage guiding him. Months turned into years, and Otto blossomed into a successful young man. He achieved good grades in school, excelled in his business, and became an active member of his community. Through it all, he never forgot the lessons he learned that night with his grandfather. There were, of course, new fears and challenges that came with his success, but now he had the tools to deal with them. He knew that fear would always be there, lurking in the shadows, but he also knew that he didn't have to let it define him. One day, sitting in his office, surrounded by the fruits of his labor, Otto found himself thinking about that fateful night with his grandfather. He pulled out his journal and began to write. Faith doesn't mean I don't feel fear. It means fear no longer stops me because I know Allah is with me. He smiled as he read these words, realizing how far he had come. He thought about the countless times he had faced his fears and chosen to trust in Allah. He remembered the support of his mother, the advice of his grandfather, and the countless du'as that had carried him through tough times. Adil's story is a testament to the power of faith and the importance of seeking guidance from those who have walked the path of righteousness. His journey reminds us that fear is a universal human emotion, and it does not diminish with success or intelligence. Instead, it can intensify, taking on new forms and magnitudes. However, the antidote to fear, faith in Allah, is also within our grasp. By nurturing our iman and seeking refuge in Allah, we can find the strength to confront our fears head-on. Furthermore, Adil's story highlights the significance of mentorship and seeking knowledge from those who have trodden the path of righteousness before us. His grandfather served as a beacon of wisdom and guidance, sharing his life experiences and instilling in Adil the values that helped him overcome his fears and doubts. Moreover, the story underscores the transformative power of dua, the act of supplicating oneself to Allah. Dua is not merely a ritualistic practice, but a profound connection between the believer and their Creator. Each time Adil whispered a dua, he was reaffirming his trust in Allah, seeking solace and strength in his Lord. However, perhaps the most valuable lesson from Adil's journey is the realization that faith and fear can coexist, but they need not define each other. While fear may always linger in the shadows, faith can serve as a guiding light, enabling us to navigate through life's challenges with courage and resilience. In essence, Adil's story is an inspirational narrative that resonates with believers of all ages. It reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles and that the path to overcoming fear and doubt is illuminated by faith in Allah, seeking guidance from righteous individuals, and the transformative power of dua. May we all be inspired by Adil's journey to confront our fears with courage and trust in Allah's plan for us. So, my brothers and sisters, whenever fear tries to grip you, remember the story of Adil and draw strength from it. Embrace the challenges that come your way, for they are opportunities to grow in faith and resilience. And when you feel overwhelmed, turn to Allah in dua, for in seeking help from the Most Merciful, you find the strength to overcome any obstacle. Hasbunallahu Washington Nimal Wakil. Allah is sufficient for us, and He is the best disposer of affairs. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, please don't forget to share it with your family and friends. We need your support to continue producing quality content. Thanks for watching and see you next time.